Set for football as their Bills will do battle with the Cleveland Browns. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And finding the tight end Hooper.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
A great job defensively taking away his receivers, and he was forced to put that one into Lake Erie, but that's what good quarterbacks do. They don't take unnecessary chances if they don't have to.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Now Allen again. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in the air, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. They can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
They sure did, and the key number to me was total offense allowed, which was barely over 100 yards. That's a heck of a sign that this defense is really putting all the pieces together and doing it cohesively.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Allen going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
The Browns drive about to get started. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Now a play fake here on first down. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Second and 5. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. He'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that...
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Here's Allen. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
Yeah, that'll cross midfield here, not by much. Out of bounds just on the other side of the 50. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown...
Oh, Chubb fumbled it. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
A bit of an opening there on the 1st down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The Bills on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. From the gun, it's Allen. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Left side caught by Diggs. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And he missed it. It's no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Brownsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd and 4. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. A big play that time for Cleveland. One of the good things about throwing it in his direction, he usually has the size advantage on those two-man catches.
And what I like about his game is that he carries himself at his full height. He understands it's an advantage.
Touchdown, Browns! A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. No problem there on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
But no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Allen. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Allen now looks to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 12 yards on the return that time. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
4 yards remain for 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Allen. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
I don't know whether I want to be a fly on the wall or not when they hear the explanation of how he, one of the bigger targets on the field, the tight end could be that wide open and uncovered downfield. Who blew that assignment?
Somebody. And his first carry, he loses the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll drop to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And it's 21-3.
Makes the score Browns 21, Bills 3.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake, Allen. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Allen will try again on second down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty third and ones, third and twos. That's why you draft him.
Throwing on first down is Allen. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And this one nearly picked off. Yeah, kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down. Here's second and 10. To throw, it's Allen. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
Zero.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. Past the 20. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A big gain there for the Bills.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Now Allen. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Flush to his right. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a second and 2. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, third and 1. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
On second and a long way to go. Allen forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
The Browns drive about to get started. Flushed out right. Wide open receiver complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
A run for Nick Chubb. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Running for it. Here's Chubb. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And this one is right through. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Allen now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Allen, got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Hands it off out of the gun. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Back to throw. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that will extend the lead out to 24.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now Allen. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Allen's throw is complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Flush to his right. Allen hit. He lost the football. And this will get out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. So fortunately, they're able to hold on to the possession. 2nd time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that'll cut this to a 17-point spread. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. And I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Allen. Flushed out right. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They'll roll him out right. He's going to let it fly. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is